Are you looking to find all the artifacts so maybe you could do a boss fight, or just want the artifacts? Well, you came to the right place. Most of the artifacts can be done on foot, but you might need a tame as well. And let's go to our first artifact. First up, we got the artifact of the Crag. This artifact is just south of Blue Obelisk. The front entrance of this cave is not very big and can easily be missed if you're not careful. But the coordinates are 28.2, 29. For this cave, I recommend taking with a light source, some bolas, a shotgun, or any weapon to defend yourself. Depends how far you are. You will need grapples if you're doing it on foot. Bug repellent, this is probably the one you don't need the most, and some armor. It also might be helpful to bring in a tame like a direwolf or a saber. But once you got all your stuff, just head right into the cave. I'm going to fly through the caves just for video purposes, but these caves will be a lot harder than what is shown. But the bug repellent should keep some of the bugs off you. When going through the entrance of this cave, be careful of the Megalosaurus, because they do seem to spawn in here, and getting picked from one of those guys would not be fun. To go through this cave is pretty straightforward. Just keep following the paths and grapple on the ceilings when you get into dangerous spots like this one. Keep following the paths until you get to this little pond area, and then you should see a little pocket which will take you pretty close to the artifact. Once you go through the last tunnel, the artifact will be in sight and it will be in this little cave area. So then walk right up to it. You may need to fight off anything that's in the area, but then pick it up and let's go to our next artifact. Our next artifact is the artifact of the Gatekeeper. It is just north of Red Ob. This cave is located in the Desert Crack area. This is close to one of the easy spawns. There's two entrances to this cave, but let's go to the one that you probably will go through. You could drop down through the ceilings or go through the other entrance, but the entrance I'm going to show you is located at 5651. So make your way through the entrance, and you will need to climb up on this ledge where the actual entrance of the cave is. And the coordinates for the actual entrance of the cave is 58.8, 47.7. For this cave, I recommend just about the same stuff, except that there isn't direwolves and sabers in there. So this cave should be a little bit easier. This cave could be more easily done on foot, but a mount could be nice to have. If you're doing it on foot, you will need a lot of grapple hooks to make it easier. As you make your way through this cave, your main danger is probably bats. Once again, this is a pretty straightforward cave, so if you just keep following the paths, you should be fine. And once you get to an area where you can grapple hook, it's easier just to grapple hook to the ceiling and jump off. Once you're down on this floor, you want to go into that little tunnel, which will take you to this weird man-made area, and walk a couple feet forward, and then you should be brought to this spiral thing, and you are most definitely going to want to use grappling hooks here, because the artifact is in the center of this pit. Also watch out for Megalanias, as I just found this one on the ceiling. Once you make your way to the center of the pillar, there the artifact should be, and it kind of looks like a drop, but it's not. And there's that artifact, and let's get the third and final one. And for our third and final artifact, which is the artifact of the Destroyer, you'll want to look for this little village. And the artifact cave will actually be in this bigger building off by itself. The coordinates to the entrance of this tunnel is 78.4 and 76.1. So for this one, I'd recommend just about the same stuff, but actually bring a little bit more armor just in case if an Arthro breaks your armor, because there is Arthros almost everywhere in this cave. This cave seemed to get the biggest update. This cave almost doesn't even look remotely the same. But it is also still a pretty straightforward cave, and as we work our way through it, we just gotta watch out for some bats and Arthros, and that is pretty much it. I'm pretty sure there's no other direction these tunnels lead in, so just keep following the tunnels, and once you get to this big crystal area, you're actually gonna have to be very careful, because if you fall in this big hole, you will lose all your stuff. So this is where you need to bring grapple hooks and use your grapple hooks. But once you make it over to the other side, you should be fine, and then there's your artifact. And there, you have all the artifacts that you will need to defeat the boss. Now you have all the artifacts that are on Scorched Earth. Once again, you don't have to use the items I stated to do the caves, but they will just make the caves easier. Feel free to subscribe for more guides like this. Have an amazing rest of your day, and keep on surviving.